Ezekiel Elliott.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second and 6.
A handoff left, Elliott. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard from 17 yards out. And the Cowboys take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Now a man who played high school ball here in LaGrange, Texas, J.K. Dobbins.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
Dances by him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
36 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. about set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 73 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Escapes the defender. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Pollard going to try the right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A give to Elliott running left. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he returns this to the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They go play action now. Jackson. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. being chased out left. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown. Rashad Bateman in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Final play of the half. Prescott eluding the pressure right. That is caught by Lamb. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Now Dobbins again on second down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 75 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. That's complete left side to Bateman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On second down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Dobbins running out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Play action. Now Jackson. Rolling to his right. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Jackson flush to his right. That is caught, Rashad Bateman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
One more time with Dobbins. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Edwards. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Gus Edwards taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Ravens have broken the tie. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On play action, Prescott.
Swinging this out for Pollard.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it a 2nd down. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, try to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Adafe Owe showing his strength and quickness there. A loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Prescott now. Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal. Now a give right side. Pollard. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So now it's 3rd and goal. This Raven defense trying to keep him out of the end zone. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Zerline now for the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime. Couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away.
On the return, Devin Duvernay. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now Jackson. A throw taken in by Tylan Wallace. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
On the return is Duvernay. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Neville Gallimore on the stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Randy Gregory in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, he kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And what can Prescott do in the OT? Escaping the pressure right. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Little
empty scramble drill that time, Mr. Davis.
And partner, I can tell you from personal experience, nothing drives a defense crazier than having things covered and the quarterback takes off and picks up a first down or big yardage. Because whether you're in zone or man, it's easy to lose track of him because you don't always have someone assigned to him. And once he goes, now everybody's scrambling to try and tackle him.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. That's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Jalen Ferguson drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Now Prescott.
Flushed out right.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.